Concept of generic programming is using this concept, as in I give you a value. I don't know, like as a library writer, I don't know whatever value passed to me. Right? That's mostly the case. You could pass me anything, and I want to do things onto that value regardless of what structure it is. Then I just need to define 3 operations. One operate on that. One operate on that. When I deconstruct a product, then I have simple types underneath, right? And another operation on that. When I deconstruct that, I know which one it is. That becomes a simple type and can operate on that. So generic programming is it branches out to goes further to say now you have only 3 constructors to construct a type. Only 3 types basically. Then I'll just provide handlers for all 3 and we all set recursively. So the last bit of this is when you when you looking for types, keeping types in mind, and what they become is just the ends for this morphism, the ends for the functions. So you need to understand the types first, so you understand what the function does, and then you compose them together to construct a logic onto different abstract level, and you have your program. There's a little exercise here. Bit of a little game to play. If, talking about types, we have a function. The input type is any type. The output type is the same type of the input type. So what kind of function is it? Can you give me example? Can you write me an implementation given only this information? Tell me what that function is. How do you write that function? If I give a number here, it will give me a number. If I give a string here, it will give me a string. What type is it? Oh, sorry, what's the implementation for this?
A generic function. So, a generic function. That's what I know. So, in C# you define the. You probably do something like. In C# you probably do something like that.
Yep.
And input value.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you do output, you return.
Yeah.
This is your logic, blah 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 blah, blah, and
yeah.
then you return a t of whatever
that value is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's.
So I'm asking, what's those 2 lines here? Like those lines here. Yeah. Can you give me the implementation for this function actually? Given only this requirement, as in C# you have this requirement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the lines here?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay. All right. So it turns out that is only one function can satisfy this rule. That is this function. Just to reduce some confusion here, I'm running ES6. All right. So const f equals to let's say yeah. There's no other function can satisfy the requirement that I give you any type in, you give me exactly the type out. Right. And this is the only function can do this. No other function can do this.
Return itself, right?
Yeah, it returns itself. It's guaranteed to be same type.
Okay.
And it's any type. Right. So why this example? You may have the notion of a philosophical notion of you tell me who your friends are, and I can tell you who you are. As in, I define you by everything around you. That's a very global approach to look at things, right? It's like the RC circuit example. we look at things in a such massive scale. I don't need to know anything about you. I just know everything around you. In category theory, remember when those two circles zoom into dots, we lose information about those dots. We cannot peek into it to determine what it is. So instead, what we do, we define everything else so that these two dots cannot be the thing that you don't want. That's the functional approach. So declarative is the same thing, basically. There is actually a technique in lots of functional programming to use that in advance to say, what about some compilers, they can tell you the type doesn't match here, right? Many compilers, C# does this, the type doesn't match. And what if you put an undefined there, like a construct can just throw the compiler off to say, this is a type I don't recognize. It should be this type. Right? Many compilers will tell you that. You can keep trying this until you get the right type. If you don't know the value here, how to write the program here, I just put undefined here to say, actually the compiler tells me it should be integer here. Now, okay, I need to produce an integer. What's my program here? So there's lots of technique around that as well. That's about my pitch of why using functional programming. Let's take a break, and we'll go through the contents that will be covered in next few weeks.